The human parrot. Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I am Coach Tobias Forst, founder of ACHILLES, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and have saved myself from it. And I accompany you on your journey to your personal freedom. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will dive into the recognition of red flags regarding narcissistic personality style. And for that matter, we will dedicate today's video to Narcissistic Ornithology. We're going on birdwatch, ladies and gentlemen, and we will analyze 3 categories of the human parrot. So the first one is the social parrot, Latin Psittacus Socialis. Imagine the following setting. You're in a circle of friends and acquaintances. There is the narcissist Jeff, you don't yet know that he's a narcissist, and among other people there are the normal 2 people named Tom and Anna. Tom and Anna are in the process of explaining something that they experienced during holiday, and they're about to close with their story that ends in a particular beach restaurant during vacation that they had. And it's a very romantic restaurant, and as it happens, they explain, the waitress approaches their table again, about to bring them 2 glasses of red wine. And when she's close to the table where Anna and Tom are located at, she saves 1 glass, the waitress saves 1 glass, but spills the other, about half over the white shirt, the white beautiful shirt of Tom. And they explain that the restaurant falls silent. All you hear is the rest of the glass shatter on the ground. The people at the tables around them, no sound. Anna, very nervous, quiet. How is Tom going to react? The waitress is just stunned. She feels a lot of shame, her face reddens, and she can't utter a single word. And Tom, without yet at this point in time saying any word, looks down at his now half-red shirt on the one side, looks up at the waitress, looks at the second glass of red wine and back to the waitress and asks her, "You know, I look like half a Rorschach painting. Couldn't you have at least used the second glass for symmetry? Don't worry about it. I got spare shirts back at the hotel, so all good. I assume the next glasses are in the house." And relief floods the restaurant. People laugh, as do you all, when you hear the story of Tom and Anna. But there is one person at the table, Jeff, and during the last 5 minutes, Jeff perceives that there was a lack of focus on Jeff. So while you're all in the process of euphorically laughing about the story and the way that Tom handled that situation during the vacation of him and his girlfriend Anna, Jeff takes the ending of that story, the fun part of the story, the resolution, and repeats it in a more or less wooden way. "So you told the waitress that you look like half a Rorschach painting and expected her to, why didn't she use the second one for symmetry on your shirt? That's genius, man." And while you're all laughing and you hear the repetition in a very weird way by someone who was not involved, who did not by doing so contribute anything at all to the story, an additional feeling for you creeps in, and that is the feeling of confusion. What the F is he doing? We all heard it just now by the people who actually experienced it. This is the social parrot. Exhibit number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the business parrot, Latin Psittacus Negotii. representatives of two companies, Company 1 and Company 2, are at the same table. They are aiming for a business partnership and cooperation. Company A offers a service. Company B wants to hire them for just that service. Company 1 brings 4 representatives to the table. There is a woman, the operational expert for the service, in case that cooperation will come to pass. That is A. So let's call her A. Then there's B, a guy who is the local liaison, who takes care of the ins and outs and the modus operandi of communication between the two companies in the same city. There is the sales representative C, and there is Jessica. Jessica is a C-level executive. She's Jessica. No need for a letter for her. And during this 1-hour meeting between Company 1 and Company 2, the operational expert A and the regional communications liaison B detail how this is supposed to go, how the offer looks in detail. And throughout that process, the representatives of Company 2 nod in agreement and ask where questions arise and get satisfying answers for those questions. But during this 1 hour, Jessica perceives that this meeting isn't sufficiently about Jessica. So she interjects 3 times during 1 hour, on average every 20 minutes. And what she does is, once at some points in between expert A and liaison B have detailed the facts, she rephrases those. She takes those and rephrases those and utters them again, repeats them to Company 2. Although Company 2 was in agreement with all of this, there were no questions. There was no need for Jessica to do this from a professional standpoint. That is Exhibit B, Psittacus Negotii, the Business Parrot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, Exhibit 3, the Self-Repeating Parrot. Latin, Psittacus Auto-Repetens. Let's call him Jeff again. And in a social surrounding, Jeff explains something, tells a story. And as usual, the story is very likely not the most interesting one, not the most value-granting to other people, not the most exciting, but still, he tells the story, expecting in return a buffet of narcissistic supply. But what he receives, from his own point of view, was a mere appetizer. So what does Jeff do? He goes into repetition mode. And what he repeats is nothing less than what he himself has just told you. This is repetition 1. He is still not sated after this, because the attention that he gained from you was not to the amount that he wanted to get. So what does he do? He repeats himself a second time. You hear, by extension, you hear the story a third time. This can be shorter or the same length. Both is possible. And now, as a 4th step, an optional step with this breed of human parrot, the self-repeating parrot, it depends entirely on how much strain someone like that can put on the people around them. And it is not unlikely that there will be a third repetition, the fourth time you're about to hear the same story within minutes. And depending on the strain that they can put on you, this is the point at the latest where usually verbal interjections from other people to Jeff's repetition yet again come into play, or people simply getting up and leaving. So what happened? What do those human parrots have in common? Parrot number 1 and 2, the social parrot and the business parrot, nobody present with them would have seen them as lesser than the other people around had they just kept their mouths shut. But all three of them, all of the three parrots, the social, the business, the self-repeating parrot, had to turn the spotlight on them. They just had to make an entrance, and the same entrance again, and the same again. So, ladies and gentlemen, for you, what I would like you to take away from this video when it comes to early recognition of narcissistic red flags in other people, especially when you don't yet know them, when you're about to get to know new people. Keep an eye out for those who require the spotlight by repeating what others have said or repeating themselves when there's seemingly not enough attention given to them. Because this is just the beginning of their behavior once they enter your circles in a more close manner or closer to you on an emotional basis. So keep your distance from Psittacus Socialis, Psittacus Negotii, and Psittacus Auto-Repetens. And for the bird owners of real birds among you, rest assured that a true parrot has an authentic interest in communicating with you. Be your own hero and be your own heroine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.